Has anybody signed the paper for the attendance? E, F, G, H. All right, thank you. Stephanie Aurelia is here. Feliciana, Clarencia, Cecilia, Anthony, Jessica, Kathleen, no? Please sign first. All right, class, good afternoon. All right, so we're gonna start in 5 minutes. I just want to give you notice. Please be careful on behalf of your speaking or anything, because it's gonna be live stream under SAH YouTube channel or Universitas Ciputra YouTube channel. So please keep the attitude low and keep it low key for all of this event tomorrow. Okay? All right, we'll start in 5. class. Good afternoon, everyone. Please say hi to Mr. Andy, our guest lecturer for today. So, Mr. Andy is Apple Academy Operational Manager, and this is the third day of our Global Entrepreneurship Week. Today, Mr. Andy gonna be having this event with the main event, the effective way to communicate in new normal. We've been facing COVID for the last 2 years, and Mr. Andy here gonna be the main actor, not the main actor. What do you say?
Just the main guest.
Just the main guest. Let's say he's the actor here for today class. All right. Please say hi to Mr. Andy, everyone.
Right. Thank you very much for a not so warm welcome. Right. So to begin, guys, let's give ourselves a big round of applause. There you go. There you go. What time is it? It's like 2. Have you had lunch, guys? Have you had lunch? If you have had lunch, raise your hands. Wow, seriously, just 2, 4. If you haven't had lunch, raise your hand. So what's wrong with the rest of you? You don't eat? Okay, guys, I need to ask you one thing before we begin. Wait, which?
Of course we can.
Okay, I need to ask you something before we begin. Am I making sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, all right. If you understand what I'm saying, I want you to stand up to your right and clap. Once again, let's do it once again. If you understand what I'm saying, without making any sound, without making any noise, without saying anything, I want you to stand up, look to your right, and clap your hands. All right, yeah. Thank you. Next. If you understand what I'm saying, I want you to sit down, look to your left, and say good afternoon. There you go. Because I your 2 lectures today, and I said like, how good is this class? Because you're still in the first semester, right? Okay. So guys, nice to meet you. My name is Andy, and I am the operational manager of Apple Developer Academy at UC. That would be in this building, 7th floor. All right? Sit down, girls. Sit down, or you'll be sitting down here. Sign, everybody who just got into class, sign. Right. So for today's session, I'm here to share with you a skill that we have forgotten for the past 2 years. Basically, we're going to talk about public speaking. And I'm going to ask you to do it together with me. Now, with all of my classes, this is what I promise you. If you are into this class, if you are willing to try, if you're willing to listen, I guarantee you, you are going to learn something new. You're going to walk out of this room with something new. But if you don't feel like it, if you don't understand and you don't want to ask, I'm also okay with it. For me, all I need to do is stand here for 2 hours and talk. But it would be so much better if I can help you learn something on your way out. So here's the deal. If you have any question, raise your hands and just ask. Do we have a deal? Once again, do we have a deal? Once again, make it loud and clear. Do we have a deal, class? Awesome. All right, next slide, please. So, let's begin. I have a question for you guys. When was the last time you spoke in front of 100 people? Anyone? When was the last time? Fine, maybe not 100 people. When was the last time you spoke in front of an audience? Last week. Who said last week? All right. What's your name? Talita. Talita means child, right? Boom. Mm. So yes, I would like you to accompany me here, Talita, please. Next slide, please. Let's try. Okay? She spoke in front of an audience last week. Talita, just be yourself. What I want you to do you know every single person in this room? Not everyone, right? Good. I want you to introduce yourself. Take all the time you need, spend all the time you need. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Talita Nadia Putri Manca. You can call me Talita. I'm from UMK UC. So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Applause for Talita. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's have a second volunteer. Who wants to go second? Just wait. I believe in good, right? I believe that instead of sacrificing your friend, you will sacrifice yourself. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you don't choose anyone, if you don't, put yourself forward, I will call you. I will choose. So who wants to be number two? Who wants to be number two? Wow, awesome. Come here. What's your name? What's your name? Melly. Okay. Here you go. You can stand there, right on the X, and introduce yourself.
Good day, everyone. My name is Mary Vanda Christabelin. I am from CB, Culinary Business, in Universitas Ciputra. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melly. You can sit. Very simple, right? Very simple, very easy. For the third volunteer, I'm going to add the challenge. Who wants to try to be number three? We have two girls. Where are the boys? This is on record, so I cannot say anything harmful to you, even though I want to. Boys, come. What's your name? What's your name, sir? Owen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Owen, the manliest of men. I don't know. Take all the time you need, spend all the time you need. Go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Owen. I'm from Culinary Business 2022. Yeah, I am 19 this year and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
All right, applause for Owen. Thank you. Wait, Owen, stay. Stay. Okay, the challenge that I'm going to give him is that he's going to do it a couple of times. But what did you notice? Hold this. What did you notice from his introduction just now? Anything. If you think it's good, say it. If you think it's something that he can improve, say it. Any opinion? Confident. Who is that? Okay, because I cannot see your mouth, right? Everybody's just masked on. So, what's your name? Jason. Jason? All right, okay. I mean, you say it's the same. It's really not, right? So, Jason, okay? Why do you think that he's confident? From how he talks. Okay, so, Owen, how do you feel? Do you feel confident?
I wouldn't feel confident. I would feel like it's more too comfortable. I feel comfortable being in front. I feel comfortable talking, and I feel comfortable just talking in front of a crowd.
All right, all right. Now, here's another part of Owen that I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to his everything. I don't know you, right? Okay, we've never met before, and I've never given you any kind of cue, right? Pay attention to his everything. Okay? Thank you very much, Jason. Jason. Okay. Do you have anything else? Anyone on Owen? Anyone? Just in case you don't know, I'm smiling right now because this is my ask. Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Thank you very much. I will be calling you again at the end of the class. Have a seat. Mantap. The idea why I asked Owen to stay here and the idea where I ask you to pay attention to him because his speech is a good example of you guys. All right? Now, you've had this material in class. Next slide, please. You've had this material in class. We'll just go right through it really quickly, like me asking you questions. All right? So in communication, we have verbal communication and nonverbal communication. If you can answer this, I will stop picking on you today. That's the deal. That's the deal. That's the gift I can give you, okay? If you can answer this question, I will not call you to stand in front. All right? So what is verbal communication, guys? All you need to do is answer correctly. What is verbal communication? Anyone? Oh, no one? You, what's your name? Yes, the guy with the funny hairstyle. Clearly trying to break the boundaries of Rabuan, right? T-shirt with, come here, come here, stand in front of the camera. What's your name? Dickie, all right. There you go, Dickie. I mean, it's not my fault, it's his name. There you go, Dick.
Well, my name is Dick.
Hi.
Dicky, I mean.
All right,
My name is Dicky.
okay. Do you know that in English language, if you add a Y, it means like you sort of have it?
Huh? Sorry.
I forgot why I called him here. What is verbal communication, Dickie?
Verbal communication. Well, I think verbal communication is a communication where you do it like face to face with the person.
You do it face to face
Yeah.
with a person.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I get from his answer. As long as it's face to face, this is verbal.
Yes.
Verbal?
Yeah.
So that's verbal, guys. Okay, you can just walk up to somebody, verbal communication. Do you agree? Do you want to revise your answer?
Um,
All right, so he's punished. He has to wait here.
yeah.
The rest of the class, face to face, correct. What do we use to communicate? The mouth. So we go here and then we kiss. Come on, guys, you're grown up. Verbal communication, sir, face to face with your mouth. Is that really it? Who said mouth just now? Was it you, Jason? No.
I know the person.
Which one? Call out his name.
Farrell, please.
Farrell, come here, Farrell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our friends Farrell and Dickie are going to show you verbal communication mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth. All right, pass him the mic. What is verbal communication?
To my knowledge, verbal communication uses the voice of a human.
The voice of a human. Is that it? Be as complete as you can.
So, for instance, verbal communication uses our mouth, which is our voice came out of the voice in our throat, come out of our mouth,
Okay.
and that will become words, and that will become sentence, and that will become communication to the other people.
Right. So, number one, it uses our voice, the voice produced by our mouth. You cannot fart, right? I was waiting for him to not say the words and sentence because it means you can bark to the other person. Right?
Oh.
Strangely, guys can do this, girls can't, right? It's a thing, it's a thing. But good. Farrell and Dicky, your two answers combined together is correct. Applause for the two of them.
Thank you so much, Father.
Oh, so much love right there. So that's verbal communication, and that is correct. The word verbal means that you actually have to do something. You have to say something. You have to use your words to form meaning. That's verbal communication. All right? Now, here comes the easy one. What is non-verbal communication? I've seen your material, okay, from your lecturer. You should know this. What is non-verbal communication? Okay, body language. What else? What? Eye contact. What else? Sorry, what? Something from around here? Emails. Emails, sure, but we're not going to talk about emails because this is related to public speaking. We're not going to do public emailing. So it's still going to be public speaking. All right. So, body language, eye contact, what else? Expression, facial expression. Can I ask for permission, guys? Can I take off my mask? Thank you. Because it's really difficult to show you facial expression when I don't have a face, right? I mean, Dicky doesn't need permission. Just walks up here, no mask, like, what's COVID, right? I mean, I have manners. That's why my name isn't Dicky. All right, all right. It's okay, Dick, right? We're best friends now. Sarang heo, eh? Okay. So now we have established that nonverbal communication is body language, facial expression, and eye contact. We'll talk more about that soon, but now I want to test your skills and knowledge again. What is body language? Gesture, Talita? What do you mean by gesture? Expressing with your hands. Interesting, Talita, come. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard, right? I want her to show you guys what she means. So, Talita, can't you see that Stephen is right there waiting for you?
Yes.
He goes like,
Oh my God.
right, okay. So, body language, she said, expressing, using your hands. Show us. Give me an example.
So like, or gitu like, it's expressive. It with your face and with your hand. Like you tell a story with your friend, and you cannot just like with mouth, but you must. Oh, you like that? Gee, very handsome. Like this.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Applause for Talita. And all the time she's doing that, she's actually using her hands, right? World Cup is coming, and the only hand gesture that we know is Right? This is funny. This is funny. In India, it means I need food. I'm hungry. In Italy, it means I really don't need to tell you what because I'm on record. So you have hand gestures. Is that all? Think about it, guys. I'm standing in front of you, an example of a person public speaking. The face, yes. Facial expression, yes. Eye contact, yes. Hand gesture, yes. What else? I know that you got this in your class. I just want you to really see it. What else? Anyone? Okay, call out his name or her name. Ranga. Which one is Ranga? There you go, Ranga, come here. You know, this is a perfect example of friendship, right? This is the perfect example of university level friendship. Guys will pick on other guys, but guys will also applaud other guys, right? All right, so Ranga. I don't know why you're laughing, it's making me laugh too. Um, facial expression, hand gesture, what else is considered non-verbal communication?
Unfortunately, I'm forget about that.
What do you remember then? Somebody here is just translating dia lupa. Who was that? Who are you translating to? So, what do you remember?
I just remember about the last week lesson about email,
Okay?
just like that.
You only remember about emails.
Not about just email, but uh, it's week 2 or week 3. Now
Okay.
we are start in week 9.
All right. So, Stephen and Minte, he already forgot about your week 3. Such a good student, right? But guys, once again, the same as if I remember Owen, okay? Or was it Dicky? No, it's Owen, I think. What do you think about his body language? And I'm not saying the face, I'm not saying the hands. What do you think about his, sorry, his feet? The way he is facing, very correct, sir. Where is he facing right now? Yes. Face me. Are you comfortable with this?
Not comfortable at all.
Let's try something else. Face them. Look at me. It's different. It's different, okay? No. Face them. Just look at me. There you go. More comfortable this or before?
Like this.
Yeah. This one, A, and B. This one, B. Which one is more comfortable to you?
B.
B. What is happening? But you know what, Ranga? Thank you very much. You demonstrated what I wanted the class to know. Thank you very much. You can sit down. You can
Yes.
pass the mic to
You're
Stephen.
welcome.
Applause for Ranga, please. So, guys, that is just one example of what you're going to experience when you're speaking. So, this is theory. You can take notes if you want to. You can try to remember if you want to. For me, it doesn't matter because for me, as long as you experience it, that's all that matters. So what happened just now is the duality of public speaking. You know what you need to do, but sometimes your heart is telling you to feel differently. With Ranga's case, it's classic. One, and I think you learned about this in class, if I remember correctly, the way your foot is facing shows you where you physically want to go. As simple as that. This is why, if I'm standing in front of you, my feet is how you see whether I'm paying attention to you or not. This is me focusing on all of you. Let me show you what I feel when Ranga did B. This is B to you guys. Do you feel like I'm giving you 100% of my attention? Exactly. But with A, do you feel like I'm giving you 100% of my attention? There you go. And this just needs practice. This only needs you to try and do this all the time. And this is, guys, what we're going to learn today about non-verbal communication. Wait, I forgot the next slide. Can I see the next slide, please? I made so many slides. 3 past weeks have been crazy. Next is good. Before we go to the body, let's go review the sound. Now, when you're trying to speak in front of the public, now this is something that I'm sure, I'm willing to bet on it, you have never done this for the past 2 years. Why? Because of Corona, because of Zoom, because you've been doing everything at home in your pajamas, no pants. Right? If you're laughing, you know you've done it. I did it. Shirt up top, sleeping pants. No shower, no brushing teeth, nobody cares, right? But now, we need to know something specific about this. Let me ask you this. Do you have, and I'm sure this is not Stephen or Mincha, do you have a boring lecturer? The kind of lecturer whose class just makes you want to sleep, makes you want to look at your phone, makes you want to pee, like so bad all the time, if possible. If you're smiling or laughing, I can see even though you're wearing masks, if you're smiling right now, it means that you do. Okay? All right? So my question is this. What makes them boring? What's your name? And she goes like, I just looked up to him, and he goes like, what's your name? Yeah, I've been waiting. What's your name? Yeah? Yay. Jane, that makes more sense. Right? What's your name? Yay. Okay, so Jane, this is easy. You don't have to come here unless you piss me off, right? Just from there, you don't have to mention names. Do you have a boring lecturer? If not lecturer, to make it safe, do you have a boring teacher? Have you ever had? Go ahead. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Next question. What makes that teacher or lecturer boring?
Too much of.
Too much talking. All right, thank you very much, guys. I'm done talking. But here's the thing. If let's think a little bit. If what Jane is saying is correct, that if a person talks a lot, then the person is boring, then let me reverse the question. Have you ever had anyone, could be a priest, could be a preacher, could be an imam, could be a teacher, who talks a lot but is not boring? Ken. So what's the difference? What's the difference between this lecturer talking and this person talking? Why is this one boring and that one not boring? It's okay, I understand Indonesian.
Karena kayak flat gitu loh nadanya kayak seru gitu.
There you go. Because it's flat,
It's not funny.
not funny. Okay, thank you very much. Applause for Jane. So that is actually quite accurate. The first thing that you notice from a person speaking is, we call it in here, I say it melody, but actually we have a term for it. It's prosody. Prosody. It's how you go up and down, sing-songy feel, like when you're talking. Let me show you. If I'm talking like this, and I'm just using the same tone all over, now this is something that you would probably feel bored to listen to very soon. However, the key is just try to speak from your heart, with your feeling. And this will automatically make your speech more alive. The ups and downs, the tone that you use, is what we call melody. And emphasis is simply when you pronounce parts of a word or parts of a sentence specifically to give it an extra meaning. Let me give you an example. The three words that we all need to hear. I love you. Okay? Let me say it really flat. I love you. Let me put an emphasis in a flat sentence. I love you. What does that mean? Just keep it to yourself. Think about it. I love you. Okay? Second example. I love you. Okay? Second example. I love you. And the third one, I love you. Once again, I love you. I'm using emphasis in different words. Do you think the three examples have the same meaning, guys? No. Who said no? It's okay. You can stay there because I'm feeling nice, right? So, the first example. What's your name?
Furkon.
Furkon. Must be a friend of Dick's. Oh, I love this class. Your names is just amazing. All right, so should I call you Fur
Yes.
or Furkon? Fur lah, Fur. Fur. Okay, first example. I love you. What does that mean?
I love you. Right?
I love you too. Kok yalanan?
Uh,
What does it mean, man? What does it mean? What's the
Oh.
meaning?
it's oh, only me. It's only me.
It's only me. Okay. Now I'm gonna play Steven's game. Choose a victim. Choose somebody to replace you.
Aji,
Aji. Okay, Aji?
my friend.
Okay. Aji, first name Aji, second name Nomoto. So, Aji, if Furkon already explained the meaning of I love you. Then you, what's the meaning of I love you? What's the meaning of that?
I really, really love you.
I'm kind of tired of hearing this from a guy, so what's your name? You. Who? Anissa. All right. Anissa. Your name is so Manisa, which is a fruit that you cook. All right. So can you pass the mic to Anissa, please? Furkon and Aji explained the second example. You, the third example. I love you. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean, Anissa?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, boys, this is what you're gonna get when you say I love you to a girl, okay? Anissa, I love you. I don't know. Get ready to be heartbroken, boys. Anissa, once again. Let me change the question. What's the difference between I love you, and I love you? What's the difference between those three sentences? Girls are usually more familiar with their feelings, right? So what's the difference?
Kalau yang terakhir tuh kayak nggak tulus gitu.
Which one? The first one is insincere. The first one. Okay. Second one? Which one is nggak tulus?
The third.
The third one is nggak tulus. So if I say, I love you, tulus. Who wants to help Anissa? Who has a different opinion? What is the difference between the first, the second, and the third example? Anyone? If you answer this one correctly, I'm not going to pick on you again for the rest of the day. Who? All right, Talita. Yes, the last one. Mike. No. The question is, what's the difference between the three? Go ahead.
Maybe the one like I love you. Yeah.
All right, and then
Just like yeah, the feel so deep. And the second one,
I love you.
so flat. It's not feeling and just say funny words.
Okay. And the third one?
The third one, I love
I love you.
like damn, I love you.
Damn, I love you. Right. If you agree with Talita's answer, raise your hand. If you feel that's the meaning, maybe you cannot explain it, you think that's the meaning, raise your hand. Even you're not raising your hand. Let me propose this. Let me try and show you. Okay? So imagine this. Imagine this. I would like Minche and Steven to come here, help me. Right? Keadilan sosial, right? So everybody. Here's an example. Steven and I, we are both in love with Minche. Right? And then I knew. So far it's been a secret, but now I knew. I knew that he is also in love with her. So I tell her, Minche, I love you. What does that mean? I'm not just saying, Minja, I love you. No. Damn it. Minja, I love you. No. I'm saying, Minja, I love you. Maybe I don't have to use my hand. Minja, I love you. What does that mean? It means me, not him. Second, right? Means I love you. It means it's real. It's deep. Yes? Folks. I mean, it can't be us to you, right? No. No, I already have him. He said, I love you first. All right. And the third one, I have her and him. And I say, Minja, I love you. See? I love you, not him. I love you. So the one that I love is you. I don't love him. All right? So give a round of applause to my two assistants. Thank you. The magic in a word is just by emphasis. And emphasizing a certain word can really tell you a different meaning. All right? Think about it. Sometimes you don't have to do much. All you need to do is just emphasize. Have you ever felt something like this? My final example of emphasis. Have you ever felt or experienced something like this? Your parents, right? Could be your father, could be your mother. They say something really short, but with such emphasis that is unique to them that you feel that it's true. Think about it. Have your parents ever said that, ini bagus? The way the word bagus is said has a different way to it. Not just ini bagus. No, ini bagus. Another example. Mama sayang kamu. Mama sayang. Not just mama sayang kamu. No. This is something that I hear a lot. Ini buat kamu. This is for you. Not just this is for you, this is for you. Can you feel the difference? This is for you. With this is for you. And that's emphasis. The way you use it. Just you. Now, that's emphasis. That's melody. But only that is not enough. You need what I put actually number one. Number one is speed. Here's the thing with speed. A lot of people think when we're talking about speed, it's just how fast you talk. You're not wrong, but that's not everything. The most important part of the pace of speaking is actually stopping. Think about it. If I come into this session and I keep on talking, never stopping, just blah, 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 you'll get bored really quickly, just like Jane. All right? Not with me, with the other lecturer, right? But if you stop just for a bit, it really gives your audience time to understand. Now, next question. Have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever experienced somebody say something and then stop and you feel like it's really meaningful? I mean, we can still use the I love you example. If somebody goes to you, I love you because your eyes are so brown, because your dad is so rich, because your dad is also dying, so I love you so much. Doesn't feel all that precious, right? But if a person says, I love you, stops, complete silence, and just looks you right in the eye. Imagine that. Imagine somebody that you care about is right in front of you, looking at you in the eyes and saying, I love you. And then quiet. That's a lot of meaning without anything being said. And that is the essence of nonverbal communication. Saying things without saying things. All right? Any question about this? Any question about your voice and how to use it? Any questions so far? Going once? Going twice? No question. Good. Next, please.
I have somebody raising their hand.
Okay. Yes. Who? Okay. Go ahead.
Is there such thing as too much emphasis?
Yes. The answer is yes. But, Owen, what's the meaning?
So let's say that I would say I love you, right?
Okay.
But I emphasize each word.
Yes.
I love you.
Okay.
You know, in like. My bad.
So that just happened. Ladies and gentlemen, a zipper was down.
No one saw anything. No one saw. No one saw anything.
It's okay. I cannot see. Too far away.
Okay, thank you. No one saw anything. Okay. Shh. No one saw anything. No one saw.
Go on.
Yeah. So let's say that I emphasize each words in "I love you." Okay. That will make the whole context in a different thing, right?
Yes.
So yeah. So how can we properly use too much emphasize?
Right. That's a very good question. Is there such a thing called too much emphasis? The answer is, what is too much? Too much if you are actually using more than you have to. An example, if I say, I love you, so I only emphasize on the word love, that's already enough to show you that I wholeheartedly and honestly feel this for you, right? But if you add everything, I love you, yeah, kind of creepy, though. And that's the thing, that's too much. Because your expression is overtaking your intention. That's too much. But if you ask me, so sir, is there a purpose? Can we actually emphasize everything? Yes, you can. Can you imagine being in love and angry at the same time? Maybe she cheated. But you still feel so much for her. Oops, it seems like I hit something. Anyway, so if somebody does that and you simply want to be angry but you're still in love, how would you probably say it? Probably, yeah, you're gonna go, I love you. And you mean every single emphasis. So once again, is there such a thing called too much emphasis? Yes. When your expression is more than your intention. But can you overemphasize something and actually make it work? Yes. If that is your intention. Got it? Awesome. Any other question on this? Good? Next slide. Already there. So, I'm not going to repeat facial expression, but I'm going to do some practice. You learn about eye contact, yes? All right. I saw in the material, if you're looking at somebody and then you're looking like eye, forehead, eye, that's just polite. Eye, mouth, that's interesting. Okay? Eye, stomach, and then back to eye, that's romance. I don't know, romance feels weird a little bit, right? It's more like creepy kind of thing. But Here's the thing. Here's my question. How long should you look into someone's eyes? Now I'm challenging someone, anyone, boy or girl, to come here and do a little experiment with me before I call for fun.
Kamil, let's go.
Boys. Kamil Kamir. Kamir, Kamil. His name just says it all. Kamil. Come. And Kamil doesn't know what's happening. Why am I being called? Okay, Mil, come here. Stand there, facing me, like this. We're gonna do, you understand what I'm saying, right? Good. Okay. We're gonna do a simple experiment. Okay? You're going to look anywhere around here. I'm gonna look anywhere around here. And then I'm going to count until 3. At the count of 3, we will snap back facing each other and we will look at each other's eyes and not say anything. And we will try to hold it as long as possible. All right? All right? Okay. Just normal? Okay. Ready? Look away. 1, 2, 3. I can't. Thank you very much. You can sit down. Oof. That was weird. So guys, I have a different effect on different people apparently. But here's the thing. Did you notice that you, as the audience, you giggled way sooner than me and Kamala? Why? Because you felt it before us. You felt how weird that was. And that's the idea of eye contact. Here's the fact. There are only 2 reasons for 2 people to look at each other's eyes longer than 7 seconds. The first reason is you're in love with that person. The second reason is you want to kill that person. It's fun to think that loving somebody and wanting to kill somebody is almost the same thing, right? So that's it. That's the key right there. If you have to look at someone in the eye, keep it 5 seconds, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. She started looking down at his face. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see that he's breathing faster. It's just weird. I'll give you some time, okay? Make appointment, okay, with the person sitting beside you. I'll count to 5. Feel it yourself, okay? Now everybody look at me. Everybody look at me. I will count to 3. At the count of 3, you look at the person beside you, okay? Okay? You arrange it first. Okay, good. Look at me, everyone. Look at me, everyone. If later you don't feel comfortable anymore, just look in front again. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't have a partner. How does it feel, guys? How does it feel? Would you want to do, okay, if you think that it's comfortable to look at other people for 7 seconds, raise your hands. Or just one. Okay. Psychopaths do this. Just kidding. Okay. So yeah, not a lot of people can do 7 seconds. Who felt uncomfortable at 5 seconds? Raise your hand. Just one. Who started giggling at 3 seconds? There you go. Who started giggling and feeling weird not until 3 seconds? So 1 second, 2 seconds, raise your hand. There you go, guys. This is an empirical research. You have your study right here. 1 second, 2 seconds is enough. 3 seconds is playing it hot. 5 seconds is crazy. More than 5 seconds. Comes the next question. That rule, the 5 second rule, the 3 second, 5 second rule, works only if you're face to face. What if you're standing here? What if you're like me, standing in front of 100 people? I can't do like satu, dua, tiga, satu, dua, tiga, satu, dua. I can't do that. I can't go just like eyes, forehead, eyes, chest, eyes. I can't do that. How do you keep eye contact with a crowd? Who can answer me this? Think about it. How do you control your eye contact with the crowd? Okay, nobody knows the answer. Let me ask you a different question. What is the purpose of eye contact? Let me give you an example. What's your name? Ifana. Ifana, I'm facing you. My feet are facing you. Remember, it means that I'm paying all of my attention to you. Right? Then, I look left. What's your name? No, you. Yeah, what's your name? Who's me? Who's me? Who's the? Alright, once again, Ifana, 100%. But now, who's the? Okay? At this point, when I'm doing this, who am I paying more attention to, Ifana or Kusi? This is Ifana. What about this? Gusti. Do you agree? This is me paying 100% to you. I'm talking to you right now. Out of 100, just you. Okay? Can you feel it? Feel what, right? Can you feel like I'm paying 100% attention to you? Good. If I do this, Ifana, can you still feel my attention? I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to Ifana, right? Can you feel it? Nobody feels it. It's just gone in the middle. Gusti and Ivana both doesn't feel the attention because it's just so mixed up. But notice that when I was looking at Gusti and saying Ivana's name, she's the one who answered. Ivana, you feel it? No, says Gusti. Because the eye contact is your primary sign of attention. That's why when you're in a crowd, and I know you've experienced this. Have you been to the auditorium? A lot of people. And then you're just looking for your friend, or maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend. Just look around, your eyes meet, and you just go like, communication is that. Eye to eye. That's the purpose of it. Okay? Eye contact is to show connection, it's to show understanding, to show attention. Now, let's go back to my first question. How do you establish eye contact with the entire crowd? Let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if the answer is yes. Who can see my eyes right now? Raise your hand. Who can see my eyes right now? Not a trick question, like literally. If you can see my eyes, raise your hand. Are you blind? You're like sitting in the front. All right, only you guys see my eyes. Thank you very much. Guys, the chemistry in class is really simple. I don't have me, the speaker. I don't have to see your eyes. You have to do this. It's almost a one-way connection. You're the one connecting with me. I don't have to see you. This is why often in class you're gonna go like, I feel like I know my lecturer. I think I understand him and he understands me. And then you go to your lecturer, sir, I love your lectures. I've been to all of your classes. I love it. And your lecturer says like, which class? I don't remember.
I really appreciate it.
Which one? Have you ever experienced something like that? Sir, when you explain about this, oh, mind blown, so good, I understand everything now. And he goes like, yeah, I don't remember having you. That's eye contact. How come that you feel like you connected, but your lecturer did not? That's because eye contact for a public speaker is area based. Look at look at you guys. Look at this. I cannot look at your eyes individually. So I have to go this area, that, right in behind the camera, bottom left, and upper left for you. Right? So I don't have to look at all of you, I just have to look at the area. And you already feel like I'm looking at you, even though I'm not. And this is a trick that you need to know. Because eye contact is it. Okay? Next, hand gesture. This is something that I really like. We have 3 hand gestures, only 3. And what I'm doing right now is called the show. Because I'm showing you 3. Right? Basically, whatever it is that you are showing, you demonstrate with your hand. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. Okay? I have love. There are 3. Anything that you do and demonstrate with your hands is called the show. It's something that we always do. But more important than that, we have the chop. What is chop? What is a chopping motion? Anything going from up to down is called the chop. And this is a move that we do to mean something, to make sure that everybody knows this is important. Look at my hand right now. Pay attention to my hand. The bigger the move, more important. The faster, more important. If you combine fast and big, very important. I'll give you an example. I don't want you to go home late. I'll do it in Indonesian. Kamu nggak boleh right? Pulang malam. Ampun, Daddy. Right? You see, we can use emphasis with our voice combined with the chopping motion to make it even hit harder. But normally, this is something that we do either neutral or negative. You cannot say like, I love you. It's just weird. I love you. It's weird. And there's another thing. If you say like, let me think of something. This is bad. Okay? This is bad. Which one is worse with this? This is bad. Which one is worse? This is bad. Which one is worse? A or B? Yes. Why? Isn't B smaller in motion? I'm not even saying it loud. Why do you say B is worse than A? Facial expression, yes. What else? What? Intonation? Correct. What else? Yeah, I emphasize the word bad not just with my voice, but also the speed of the chop. This is bad. So the faster you do something, the more significant it is. Right? So that's the chop. You have the chop, you have the show, and you have the give. Give is if I push it to you. Example, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, your score is bad. Right? Can you feel it? Can you feel how bad your score is? You will succeed, right? I cannot say bad things. But think about it. The faster you push, the more important it is. So pay attention to what you're saying. If you're actually giving an information to your audience, push it towards them. This, guys, the facial expression, pay attention to my hands once again. The facial expression, the body language, the way you play with your sound is what I can give to you to help you speak better in public. Can you see that I'm using all three hand gestures? I'm showing you my gift to you. Speak better. All right? One last bit before we practice. Did you notice that I used where I'm standing as a cue to help you understand? Did you remember this is A and this is B? Do you remember me doing that? And I go, which one is better, A or B? Did you notice that? Who noticed that? Nobody? You did. Good. What's your name? Birdie. Firki. Firli. Firdi. That makes more sense. Yes, Firdi. Okay. So only one person noticed that. But that is actually something that you can do. Imagine if you need to explain 5 things. And all you can do is just stand here. No, nobody says that when you're speaking in public, you only need to stand in one point. Nobody's telling you that. You are free to walk around. You are free to walk amongst the audience. And you are free to use where you're standing as a tool. All right. Any questions about this? Next, please. Let's practice. Ta-da! Let's try again. Same topic. Who wants to try? Who wants to try? What's your name? Funny. Be funny. Yes. Please. So, Tiff, I just want you to try a thing. So take some time to think about it. I want you to introduce yourself. Try and let us know something about yourself other than just name. But try to use the voice, try to use the facial expression if you can, and the hand gesture. Use everything that I have explained. I want to see. Okay? Start when you're ready. They are your audience, not me.
Hello everyone, my name is Aurelia Tiffany. I'm from Culinary Business 2022 and um,
Is that all? Do you want to start over?
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Tiffany. I'm from Culinary Business 2022 and my hobbies are cooking. I'm from Semarang and I'm actually an introvert, but I have a lot of friends and I enjoy meeting new people.
Thank you very much. Applause for Tiffany. How does it feel? You're very nervous, but you did it. Thank you very much. They go like this. Next, who wants to try next? Hmm. You, blue batik. What's your name? Yeah, Leon. Come here, Leon. Right. So same question, same rule. Be as relaxed as you can be. Okay, go.
Hello, my name is Leon Belmont. You can call me Leon. I'm from Semarang. Nice to meet you.
Is that all?
Yes.
I'm just looking at your body language here. Then stay. What did you notice about his body language? Yes, if I have a second. Take a deep breath. Let it go, right? Okay. Try once again, but add what is it that you like doing at your free time.
Hello, my name is Leon Belmont. You can call me Leon. I'm from Semarang and I like to sleep at my free time.
Right, thank you very much, Leon. Applause for Leon, guys. Not much difference, but you can see that between the first try and the second try, there's a little bit of loosening. The first one is really strict. The second one, a little bit loose. The first one, like hands almost getting into pocket, like this. Second one, slightly better. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. Next slide, please. There you go. Now, before, all you need to do is just tell me the hobby. Tiffany likes to cook, Leon likes to sleep. Now I want you to tell me your hobby and why you like it. What's your name? You. Yes. Bertrand, come here. Yes? Applause for Bertrand. It's a different kind of applause. You're applauding for him before he does anything. Is he smart? Two handsome guys on stage, right? All right, relax. Are you relaxed? Not really. Okay. Do whatever you need to do to relax. Stretch a little bit. Was all right. Okay. Tell us about your hobby and tell us why you like to do that. Nope.
My hobby is going to the gym and work out. And as to why I like it, because it gives me confidence and it really helps me change to who I am now.
Applause. Before I let him go, did you see the body language? And without without comparing too much, does he feel different compared to the previous ones? What's the difference? Do you know what's different? Did you notice his hands? It's what makes move where I am right now, right? And then he starts moving around. Slightly more. All right? Notice the little things. This is really what sets you apart from a person who doesn't know public speaking to a person who actually knows public speaking. Thank you very much. There you go. Applause for him. So that was Bertrand. Let's try one more. There you go. Who wants to try this one? Obviously, I want to know what the superpower is, how you're going to use it, what you're going to use it for. Who wants to try? Ranga, come on. See, it's different. When the people from that group comes forward, the applause comes from that group. When Bertrand comes here, the applause comes from all around the class. So it's really different. Ranga, welcome back.
Hi.
Go ahead.
If I am a superhero, I want to be a Superman because I can fly in everything in this world. Yes, and I can break. I think it's a difficult word, but I think I tough and I strong, just like that.
So you want to be able to fly and be strong.
Yes.
Awesome. Applause for Ranga, guys. Thank you very much. So, long story short, can you feel, despite what he feels, yeah? Maybe, Ranga, did you feel confident just now? Did you feel like, I'm so good? Did you feel that right now? There you go. It's good if he feels it, but can you feel it? Can you feel it when he does that? When he starts speaking, can you feel his confidence? Good. If you do feel the confidence, it means that Ranga is doing a great job. And that's the only thing that matters in public speaking. Your audience needs to understand what you're trying to say. The big question is why? Now, Global Entrepreneurship Week. Why do you need to learn about this? Guys, in the future, you're not going to meet people on Zoom. You're going to meet people face to face. And you will be able to show them, tell them exactly why you are the person to be dealing business with. And you need to not just look like it. You don't just dress like it. You need to talk like it. And I promise you, this is your first semester, correct? In the following semesters, you're going to learn to produce and sell and market things and businesses. Thank you. Thank you. Wait. Right. Fun fact, Stephen used to be my student. So he was in my English class, and then he moved to US after he graduated, and then he moved back, and here we are today. Fun story. So you're going to meet a lot of people, and you need to be able to convince them. Now, convincing with data, with slides are super easy. It's how you say it. Because if you want to be a great entrepreneur, communication is key. Your product can be super good, but if you cannot sell it well, you will fail. I'm sorry, but I promise you that. If you cannot communicate your business properly, you will fail. Next slide. So, just a little bit more for you guys. Something for you guys to try. Right now, think and see here. Okay? If you are trying to deliver a message, deliver a story, sell something, pitch something, whatever, there's always three parts of it. The very first one is content. Content is literally what you're saying. My bread is the most delicious bread in Surabaya. My restaurant is so beautiful. My coffee is very delicious. Right? Those are just content, the things that you say. But the context is how you say it, where you say it, when you say it. I'll give you an example. Where do you hear this? Selamat datang di Indomaret. Okay? What kind of place do you hear that? Selamat datang di Indomaret, selamat berbelanja, right? Right? Imagine this, you walk into the same place and this is what you're, selamat datang di Indomaret, selamat berbelanja. How do you feel? Do you live in Surabaya? Who lives in Surabaya? Raise your hand. All right, all right. What if you go to a certain place and they go welcome you like this? Selamat datang di Adiasa. This is context. All right? I am saying the same thing, the same sentence. Selamat datang di somewhere. That's content. Welcome. Welcome to Universitas Ciputra. Wow, applause for UC, right? Imagine you, day one, here, all week. And then the person goes like, welcome to Universitas Ciputra. The context is just way off. Another example. This is CB or hotel? CB, yeah? So you're going to cook something. Okay. What's your favorite food? Pizza. Okay. Why do you like pizza? Delicious. Why is it delicious? What makes it delicious? Eh? The sauce. Okay. What sauce? Tomato sauce. Okay. I'll try to make this work. Yeah, I'll try to make this work. I like pizza because it's delicious. It's the tomato sauce. Okay, not bad, right? I like pizza because it's delicious. It's the tomato sauce. Completely different, right? And that is a combination of content, context, and voice. Okay? Imagine that you have to sell something and you can combine all of this. You can talk more. Now, in the next part, we're going to practice more than just a couple short sentences. So you're going to try and think about the content. You're going to try and think about the context, whether you're going to make it happy, whether you're going to make it sad, whether you're going to make it serious. Think about it. And then you're going to finish, you're going to follow with the structure. Next slide, please. So the structure comes into three: the head, the body, and the tail. The opening, the main part, and then the closing. It's really simple. In the body, it's just super short. And the opening is super short. The body is the long part. You explain everything, you give example in the body, and then you close with a summary. Now here's the tricky part. Nobody remembers the body. Nobody remembers the body. but everybody feels the body. Think about it. The easiest example for this would be when you meet with a great lecturer, a great imam, a great priest. You don't remember what they are preaching. You just feel like, I like it when it's this guy. But you remember nothing. You spent 1 hour in the church, in the mosque. You don't remember anything but the last bit, probably. That's because of this. When you first come in, the very first sentences tells you whether this session is going to be good or not. The body is about you feeling things during the class. And the closing is what you should remember and take home. This is why I put this last. Let's try it. Okay? I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to try and do something. Mr. Steven, I would like to need your help. I want you to run a timer for me. Okay? Stopwatch. Make it stopwatch. I want you to signal this to me. This is 1 minute. So when it's 1 minute, show me this. If it's 90 seconds, show me this. If it's 2 minutes, show me this. The goal is that I should be able to speak for 1 minute and then stop. Within topic, within context. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to do, ask me one question. Any question. I will answer that question in 1 minute using this structure. I will have an opening, I will have a body, and I will give you a summary to remember. Who wants to give me a question? Anyone? You can ask me anything. There you go. Owen again. Make sure it's zipped. Yeah, there you go. So Owen, what's the question?
My question is, why do you choose to talk here today in UC?
Why do I choose to
talk here, right now,
in
and
UC
teach all of us right now? Like,
right now?
are you forced to? Do you want to? Is it your passion? You know, is Mr. Steven holding your kids captive? I don't know. Man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair question. Fair question. And why don't you say it once again for everyone so everybody knows what the question is?
Okay. So my question to you is, why do you choose to come to UC today and teach for all of us this afternoon?
First of all, I work here full time. I am the operational manager at Apple Developer Academy. That means I have to be here Monday to Friday, 7 to 5. But communication is my passion. I have spent the last 10 years of my life learning and practicing and perfecting communication skills. When I told you earlier that I was his lecturer, that was so long ago. That was like, I don't know, more than 10 years, 12 years. There you go. It's been so long ago, but I can tell you this. Being at UC gives me the experience. It's giving me all the possibility to actually practice what I preach. I believe in communication. I believe that every business needs good communication. And because of that, I choose to come here today to share what I have with you. So one day, you can be a good communicator and you can be a good representative for your business. Thank you very much. Time. Which part do you remember? Communication is my passion. Yes, good. I work full-time, Monday to Friday. Yes. Anything else? Anything else that you remember from the speech? Yes.
From 7 to 5.
7 to 5. Yes. Very good. Anything else? I want to give you the gift of public speaking. Correct. Anything else? I am the operational manager of Apple Developer Academy. Correct. Fun thing is, people remember different things. But it is my job to make sure that you have something to remember. That's communication. Right? So the opening is when I say, well, I'm here every day. I have a job. The body is when I try to tell you of my experience. I'm trying to tell you of my history. I'm trying to tell you how I grow. But the closing is where I truly answer the question, why you see? Because this is where I prove that I learned something new, something correct, and this is where I'm going to give it to you. Let's try. Next slide, please. Okay? So, just remember, content is something that you have to say. Okay? And it's really all up to you. Next slide. And then we have context. Context is something that you don't have to say, but people will still understand. It could be from the body language, it could be from the voice, it could be from your gesture. But when you combine those two together, then you get a very, very good communication. Next. This is the next test. Green means it's easy. Tell me what your dream job is without telling me what your dream job is. Think about it. This is a whole different level. So I'm challenging you guys. I'm challenging all of you. If you think you can try and do it, heck, you know what? You know what? If you think you can do it, but you're confused with the English, for this time only, I'll let you do it in Indonesian. I just want to see you try and communicate. Try body language. Try play with your voice. Try moving around. 1 minute. Tell us about your dream job without actually telling us what your dream job is. Who wants to try? Yes, go. Right? Of course. Applause for him. Farrell, right? I remember correctly, right?
Yes, you are
good.
correct.
So, calm down. Here's the trick. Just stand here, up and sword. Okay? Feel it. Then you start. Don't forget eye contact, movement.
All right. Hi, everybody. I may assume we are all here from culinary business. Am I right? So I am too from culinary business. My name is Farel Evanin Warza from culinary business of 2022. So I want to cook. Same with some of you guys. We want to cook. That's why we joined culinary business. Am I right? Yes. So, in the future, we want a job that involves us to cook or even business. So that's why it wouldn't be great if after we do University of Ciputra in culinary business, we work in a kitchen environment maybe, or even an owner. Oh, that has a lot of money in it. We own it. And also, we can cook. That is the pinnacle point of culinary business. And
Applause for Farrell. That was roughly 56 seconds. And my question to the class is, what do you think his dream job is? Is that correct, a chef? Congratulations. Applause once again for Farrell, guys. A job well done. I want you to see him, okay? He's moving around. He's really feeling it. He's trying to tell you exactly what the topic is. And he should, and he did look excited about the job. Let's try a different one. Next, please. Tell us what you hate doing the most without telling us what it is. Who wants to try? Once again, my promise at the beginning of the class. If you try, if you pay attention, I'm sure you'll learn something. But you still have to try. So, who's next? There is no right or wrong, only try or not. Once again, who wants to try? And I'll be fair, if you don't want to try, we'll end the class. Bertrand, Ivana, Jane, Alita, just the names that I memorize. Tiffany is not here though. Owen, Ranga, Farrell, Burkon, Leon. Anybody want to try this? Chelsea. Anyone? Going once? Anybody you would like to suggest? Jerry? Yawis. Jerry. Come here. Applause for Jerry, guys. Hi, Jerry. Right, so take it easy. Just stand there on the X. That's right in front of the camera. Look at the class. Your class is your audience. Right? You know what you're going to say? You don't know? Think about it. I'll give you some time. So you shouldn't say the name of it. For example, I don't like to wash the car. I shouldn't say I don't like washing the car. I can say everything around it. I can describe it. I can tell you how I feel about it, but I cannot say I don't like washing the car. Fair enough? Are you ready? Yes, you are. Go ahead, and I'll time you. We'll see how it goes.
Hello guys, my name is Jerry. What I hate doing the most is being around beside my bed. I hate I hate being around beside my bed because it makes me lazy. It makes me doesn't want to come out from my room.
That's it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Applause for Jerry. Thank you for trying. That was 30 seconds, and you actually just told us what you don't like to do. Thank you very much, Jerry. Fair enough. The second question is more difficult. But, let me just show you the third question. If you feel challenged by it, go ahead. If not, we'll move on. right? Once more. Once more. There you go. Just share one valuable life lesson that you have. Who wants to try? Super easy. I guarantee you, this question is super easy. One valuable life lesson that you have. Share it with the class. That's it. Brian, which one is Brian? You, okay. Wanna try? Yes, you do. Come here. Applause for Brian, please. So this time, nothing funny. Just tell us a valuable life lesson. It's all you, Brian. Go ahead.
Now the pressure's on me now. I'm really nervous about being in front of stage, especially. But personally, a valuable life lesson. Uh, as some of you may know, I'm actually like from another school, from another university. I used to study in Melbourne University. I studied in software engineering. But kind of, I felt like during that time I didn't put my all into that course, so everything like went fell apart. Like, wait, this sounds really dark.
It's okay. Go ahead.
uh, yeah, but it's like I really didn't want to continue doing software engineering because it's like I'm used to be really passionate with the course. As time goes on, it's like, no, it's not for me. It's like it's so hard to keep studying, but yeah, it fell apart. So during 2021, I decided to take a temporary leave, so I didn't graduate, right? And then like I took that 1 year off to think about uh, whether I want to stick with software engineering or do I want to try in another life course, and that led me here, CP, culinary business. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you very much. Sure, go ahead.
You look like that one movie called Professor Lemon.
Professor Lendo, where? Does he make content or something? Alright. So wait, thank you. I do not own social media, which is a problem. But yeah, thank you very much. So guys, just to wrap up a little bit from my side before giving you the opportunity for Q&A, right? Public speaking is a practiced skill. You will never be good at it, and nobody is good at it if you don't try, if you don't practice. Okay? I hope from today's lesson you can see that speaking is not really all that strange. Speaking isn't all that difficult. All you need to do is try. Some of you today did great. Some of you today did awesome. And I'm sure that all of you today learned something. So questions, do you have any questions for me relating to the topic, relating to public speaking? Anything, I would love to answer you. Go ahead. Any questions at all?
So before we start the question and answer, I will promise everyone, please, Mr. Andy, choose one great question. It will be 10 points extra for your score. All right, Mr. Andy gonna choose which one is the best question is for today's class.
Actually, I have two questions for the science stream.
Let's go one by one.
One by one. One, what is your background with public speaking? Like, what is your experience with public speaking? Have you been in certain events? Have you been overseas to do events? Or are you hosting on your own, birthday parties as an MC? Like, what is your background in public speaking?
All right. So sad that he goes like 40 host birthday parties as MCs.
I mean,
So my educational background is actually IT. I am a bachelor of engineering in IT. But I have no formal background in communication. And for me, that's the interesting part. Why? Because back in my time, ICOM, ilmu komunikasi, is diploma. It's not bachelor's. So I was like, this is something that I like, but I don't have an avenue for it. So all I did was I get certifications. But back then, certifications was not really popular. So what I did was I practiced. I practiced doing two things. The first one, teaching, right? Teaching what? English. So I was already equipped with English back at the day, but I don't really enjoy teaching because it's really difficult talking in front of people. You know, students, you really don't like studying, do you? And there is no teacher who likes to teach students who don't like studying. So I've been there. I know that. Because of that, my question was, is teaching a dying job? If all students hate learning and all teachers hate teaching students who hate learning, does it mean like this is dying? And then I found the answer. No, it's how we deliver the material. We can do our best, yes. The students will not learn something at all, yes, that is still possible. But I found that if you do it properly, with good communication skills, you will most likely succeed. So I started joining communities, and one of the communities that I can suggest is the Toastmasters International. You can just Google it up. It's a really good community to help you speak up in front of a crowd to become a public speaker to get certifications. Really good. And from there, I learned a lot of psychological skills. I learned a lot of behavioral skills. I learned a lot of coaching skills as well, accompanied by communication skills. And when you combine all of that together, you get what I call this passion. That's why I'm. Second question.
my second question is, with years of experience in public speaking, you must have had a few, embarrassing moments, or at least like terrible moments where you have had in your public speaking. So if you don't mind sharing, what is your like one thing that you try to forget in public speaking? I'm trying to bring back old memories here.
One thing that I want
One
to
thing.
forget, but tell us all right now.
Yeah.
So when I was back in Toastmasters, there's this competition, English competition. So when we're doing competition, there's basically three kinds. Okay, the very first one is humor speech. So you perform stand up. Okay. The second one is called prepared speech. So you prepare material, you make slides, and then you present. And the last one is my favorite, is called impromptu speech, which is what you just did. No preparation at all. You come in front, I give you the question, you speak for 1 minute minimum, 2 minutes maximum. Okay, it's really a game of wits, quick thinking, quick move. I love it. I become the best in Surabaya, I became the best in Indonesia, and I went to Malaysia. If I win, I would have flown to New York, right, to compete in the world. Halo, ya, apa kabar? Sudah pulang belum? Sudah makan? So, yeah, so I got there. I represented Indonesia. I flew to Kinabalu in Malaysia. And I was so excited because I saw my competition. I know I can beat them. It's called hubris. right? Sombong. You know what happened? I was so excited. I got onto stage. They put on the clip-on mic to me, and then I'm just there standing in front of like 400 people in a huge ballroom, and I'm just fidgeting with my mic. I'm like, oh, so cute, this mic. I've never worn something like this. And then the next thing I hear is the committee saying, go ahead, Andy. What is your answer? Right? I did not hear anything. I do not know the question at all. And here's the thing, you cannot ask. That's the level I'm at. You cannot ask, you cannot confirm. The moment anything comes out of your mouth, the timer starts for 1 minute. So I did the wildest freestyle. I go like, life is tough. Life is tough. You don't know what's coming. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy, but you have to just push through, right? And apparently, the question is, what was the biggest success that brought you here today? And I did not answer anything at all. I just freestyled for a minute. I completely lost. It was the weirdest feeling, and thank you for asking me this. I hate so much of myself that day. I hate so much of you today. Yes. Thank you very much, Owen.
Okay, Mr. Andy, so we have a question from my phone. So for the past 2 years, we've been communicating in Zoom call, Google Meet, or maybe a video call. How do we break the barrier so we can communicate effectively in person? Again.
So the question is, with the habit of being online, how do we break the barrier offline again?
Yep, especially we already forgot how to become a human.
Right. The answer is this entire session. What I'm trying to tell you is this. For 2 years, you have forgotten how to use your hand. Your hand is just to move, mute, turn off video. That's all you use your hand for, or maybe typing. When you're speaking on Zoom, you don't use your hands, you don't use your face. If you can, you just turn the camera up so they only shoot your forehead. That's it. Or you can just move back so the filter covers your face. And that's the thing. We need to try and use our bodies once again. We need to get used to standing in front of people, using your hands, using your face. Something that we have forgotten how to use for the past years. So there you go. The short answer to your question, we just need to start using hands, feet, and face again.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Andy. There's a coming up second question just 2 seconds ago.
Right.
With your answer, how do we break the confidence level that we never had for the past 2 years?
Right. So this is a tricky question. When you say confidence level, we do have confidence. But the confidence that we have is filtered. Okay? The same way that our faces are all under filters on Instagram. Okay? We don't look like that. The confidence that we have on Zoom, we don't have that right now. Why? Because Zoom is 100% different compared to real life. So, how do we break the wall? How do we regain the confidence? Is by catching up. Now, this is slightly off topic, but being behind the camera for 2 years makes us a little bit more introverted. So personality is a spectrum. You don't just switch extrovert, introvert, no. It's a spectrum. You can still be an extrovert, but a little bit introverted. Okay? Now, with the past 2 years, everybody goes introverted. Or much. What we need to do we need to push ourselves extroverted a little bit more. Meet more people, join more activities, and try to express more. Because this is something that we forgot to use as well. Expression. Express your ideas, express your words. During Zoom, there is no such thing as raising your hand. There is no such thing as arguing. Everybody, yeah, you go first. No, no, you go first. Sorry, I did not hear. Sorry, I was choppy. It's always like that. In real life, there is no such thing. And we need to practice that.
Right, thank you, Mr. Andy, for the answer. Is there any more questions we would like to ask Mr. Andy during this session? Please, any questions?
So those two questions come from a person on Zoom.
Random person just text me. I didn't see the name. What the name is.
Okay.
I just see the number. I will ask later on who is your name.
All right.
Maybe that's the proper way to ask a question because maybe he or she is introvert.
Sure.
All right. You can text me or you can raise your hand and I will give you the mic. Don't worry about it.
But you know what? I would like to use this opportunity to really appreciate all of you who came front and spoke in front of the class. It's not easy. Standing here is not easy. Trying to say something in front of an audience is never easy. And I just want to appreciate all of you guys who tried. And I want you to give a big round of applause for yourself. So, any other question before we close the day?
Anyone? Mr. Andy, I always say to my class, and even Miss Minja say about to her class, we don't have right and wrong in class. I want you guys to be free. What free mean is you can express yourself in my class and Miss Minja class, and we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about it. All right? No wrong and right, and especially nobody is better and no one is worse. You guys are the same. Express yourself in business communication. All right, Mr. Andy, what's your thought about business communication? I mean, what's the important things about business communication in life? Some of us wants to be entrepreneur, which is really needs business communication, and some of us just want to be entrepreneur. And do entrepreneur still needs business communication in their life?
Let me just give you one question to answer that question, okay? Why do you think America chose Trump? I know he's a bad president, that's obvious. He's lousy. He made a lot of stupid decisions. But my question is, why did America choose Trump? Any guess? What about his speech? Speech is power. Are all speeches powerful? So what kind of speech is powerful? Think about it. I'm not saying that you should be like Trump. Yeah, that's also powerful, right? But think about it. Think about, I'll say it. Think about Hitler. Okay. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but I'm saying he is a very good speaker. Think about it. Trump, I'm not saying he's a great guy, but he's a great speaker. And if you think about what I have just told you, the content, the context, how he speaks, facial expression, engagement with the audience, they are all hitting the mark. When they speak, you feel it within you. You don't know what you feel, but you feel something. Business and business communication needs to be that. If Hitler was a businessman, he would be successful. Trump, on the other hand, fun fact, he's not really that successful. Do you know this? Okay, it's all show and tell, but he seems successful, right? So in Trump's case, you can see how somebody can actually look and sound successful without actually being successful. But you still think that he is successful. You actually need to learn, study, research before you find out that he's not that successful. But in business, while doing business communication, you should be like Trump. I'm serious. Fake it until you make. You're making bread. Bread that everybody else makes. Tastes just like everybody else's bread tastes like. But if you sell it right, if you promote it right, if you communicate this bread right, yours will be the one people. It's that significant. Business communication is that significant. It is key.
Thank you so much for sharing. So, going once. Is anybody wants to? Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask if we're doing a public speaking, right, and other people would want to ask some question like in a Q&A session, what if we cannot answer the question? What should we do? And what should we act? How should we act about it? Thank you.
What's your name?
Kezia.
Kezia. Kezia's question is, if this is a public speaking session, somebody asks us a question that we cannot answer, what do we do? Right? Can you give the mic back to Kezia? Because I want to ask you this. What do you think we should do?
I think that we should just go around the question, but still talking about in the same subject about the question.
But does that answer the question?
No.
So, once again, what do you think we should do in order to still answer the question?
That's why I.
So you have no idea at all?
Yeah.
All right. Did anyone notice what I just did? Once again, did you notice what I just did?
Oh.
Listen, okay? If anybody asks you a question, there's only two possibilities. The person actually do not know the answer, or the person has an answer in mind. If you are a public speaker, and that person throws a curveball, we call it a curveball, something that it's really hard to catch, right? Give it back. Sir, what if, I'm not saying that this question is difficult, I'm just trying to demonstrate, okay? What do we do, sir, if we don't know the answer? What do you think we should do? You took it seriously. Yes, sir. Well, we circle around the topic. Does that answer the question? No? How? Then comes the second time. I really don't know. Now, if you don't know, and for the sake of argument, I don't know, what do? Guys, what do you think we should do? Right? Now, is that a bad thing? Is that wrong? You can say yes, but I'm going to argue it's not wrong. Why? Because each and every one of us, we are smart. We know things that other people don't know. And by throwing that to the public, everybody learns. Before I give you the answer, let me throw it to all of you. What should we do, guys, if we don't know the answer? Any idea? Somebody asks you a question in a session like this, you don't know the answer. Hmm? Keep the question. What do you mean, keep the question? Mhm. We keep the question and we answer later when we know the answer. That, my friends, is 100% correct. That is the standard answer that you will get everywhere else. I would say, Kezia, that's actually a very good question. I honestly have never thought of the answer. If you give me time, I'll figure it out. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. Does that sound okay to you? Okay, so that's actually three answers, right? You can give it back, you can throw it to the public, or you can keep it for later. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kezia. So I have two more questions. So first one, what can we make us confident and speak clearly without stuttering, while the other person is strongly catching our eye?
How can we stay focused and not stuttering when the other people are looking into our eyes? Practice. Practice is the answer. All you need to do, practice it, say it. Because it's like this. You can think of the answer, but your mouth is not ready. Have you ever felt something like that? You have this 100% brilliant answer, and then you open your mouth and it goes like, you know, like, no. That happens. And I'm telling you this. This is a true story, okay? In one of my classes way back, I have some students who are literally stuttering. They have a physical disability in which when they focus too much, they stutter. Not the, I think not that one. The real stuttering, which I will not demonstrate. Okay? And here's the thing. Stuttering only happens when they are thinking too hard while practicing it. And the key is, if they practice enough and if they really internalize, I'm not saying memorize, when they internalize what they're about to say, the stuttering goes away. I was so amazed with it. So amazed that one of my students who were like that actually become one of the most successful seller for the multi-level marketing that sells Napesh.
Oh, the one that.
Yeah. I forgot the brand, but he was like one of the top sellers, and he was stuttering. For me, it's like, seriously, this guy? And then I met him again. No more stuttering. Why? Because he's talking about something that he is selling every day. He no longer thinks about it. So that's where you should go. You should practice until you don't need to think.
Thank you, Mr. Andy. And I didn't see Mary here. Mary, please raise your hand.
Mary.
I want to ask, is there any difference between having a communication skill and having a communication passion? If there's any difference, then which one is way better? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there a difference between having communication skill and communication passion? Having communication skill does not mean that you have passion for it. Having the passion for it doesn't mean that you have the skill for it. Have you ever seen somebody who really loves to answer questions, but when they open their mouth, you don't understand anything? That guy has passion, no skill. Have you ever known somebody who is very charismatic? Whatever this person says, everybody listens to. But this guy just hides at the back of the class. Doesn't like to talk at all. Come on, say it. That kind of person. Do you know that kind of person? All communication skill, no passion. So the answer is completely different. Passion comes from the heart. Skill comes from your mind. You need both. Can you do with just one? You can, but totally. Does that answer your question? Thank you very much, man.
All right, thank you so much, Mary, for the question. All right, from this class, is there any more question? I have one questions left before we end this session. Is there anyone? All right, please.
What's your name? It's okay. Stay seated if you want.
My name is Marcella. I have a question. What if there is someone who don't like our presentation, like our communication skill, and want us to leave the stage before our presentation finish? What will we do?
All right. What if somebody wait. What if somebody dislikes our presentation and wants us to leave? I have a follow-up question. Can we talk to that person in this question? Okay. Can we talk to that person, or do we just never see that person ever again? Or let me repeat. So, if I'm speaking, you don't like me. Okay, that's the question, right? You don't like me. You tell Andy, go down. You suck. Boo. Right? Okay. My question is, in this question of yours, in this story of yours, can I talk to you after that, or will I never see you again?
In person?
Not in person, but we can still communicate. All right. If you can still communicate, then the answer is what do we do? Of course, when people are telling you to go down, right? If it's only the audience, it's there. You do your job. If it's the committee or the president, yeah, you go down, right? If the cops come running and, sir, you need to go down, you go down. But whatever reason, if anyone criticizes you and say that you're not good enough and you should stop speaking, if you can still talk to that person, you have to ask for points of improvement. You have to ask, where did I disappoint you? What can I do to make it better? Super important. Understand? Right? Because once you ask and once that person answers, then you can improve, you can become better. But if the person you never meet again, then you just have to ask other people. But still, you need to improve. Does that answer your question? Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Marcella. I think we have one more left. One more question. Is that okay?
I am okay.
It's gonna be quick.
Thank you. My name is Sharon. I want to ask, what should I do when I get stuck or make a word mistake when the presentation in front of an audience, and how can I stay confident?
I really love this question, and Stephen, best question is this. No question about it. What? This question pops up every time. Every time. and I really enjoy giving the answer. Because the answer, apparently, I think, nobody realizes. So what happens if you're standing in front and then you forget, you freeze, or you say something wrong? Oh no, the eyes of 100 people are looking at me while I'm making a mistake. I'm dead, right? The answer is, all you need to do is just stop, acknowledge your mistake, and start over. You said something wrong, you forgot. I paused mid-sentence just, you know guys, I forgot what I was about to say. Let me repeat. Let me start over, okay? And then you start over. As simple as that. And some of my students, my past students would say, no sir, can we embarrass? Can we already make mistake? Everybody knows. Exactly. Everybody knows. You already made the mistake. Which one is worse? You froze and you froze forever, or you say sorry and you do it over again. Which one is better? Right? You already make a mistake. I call somebody ugly. I'm sorry, I did not mean that. I mean you're not beautiful. Just the same. But basically, say sorry, start over, and I promise you, nobody will remember. I promise you that. Okay? Very good. Good question.
Thank you so much. That's going to be the great question for our session today. And we'll come to an end. Thank you so much, Mr. Andy,
Thank you very
for
much,
the
guys.
session. So, a quick one sentence. What's to sum up today's session, in your opinion? Really quick one. Has to be great.
Public speaking is something that you can practice with, and always remember to have fun. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.
All right. I'll see you guys next time. Class dismissed. I'll see you next week. Please give applause to Mr. Andy one more time.